Okay. Hi, my name is Madeline and this is Carl. I have my undergrad in social work and my master's in human behavior, and I love analyzing people. Whether it is through personality types or through birthdays and astrologies, one of my favorite things to do is to pick out characteristics that I find obvious in people and then do a little bit of research on them. So I noticed myself doing this a lot when I'm watching reality TV shows. I have this massive birthday book, and one of my favorite things to do is to look up birthdays and then find like their character qualities that I noticed in them, and then I'm like, oh, I was right. And I also noticed I started to do this while I was watching YouTube videos. Specifically, I was watching the Y-Files. That's like a conspiracy theory channel, and it's the host. To the right of him, there is this fish. His name is Hecklefish, and he is constantly like badgering the host of the show. And so what I noticed was that the host was putting all of his bad personality traits into the fish. He was projecting these character qualities out. And then I realized, like, oh, that's like his alter ego. And then it kind of got me thinking, a lot of YouTubers have alter egos. And so then I started doing research on YouTubers that have alter egos, and I grabbed my birthday book and I thought, oh my God, okay, are they portraying their strengths in who they are, and then are they putting their weaknesses into these alter egos? And what I found was a lot of them are. And so today I wanted to make a video of different YouTubers that have alter egos and kind of just dive into their birthdays through this book and see how they are portraying their weaknesses through these alter egos. And I'm excited. So the first person that we are going to talk about is Fred Figglehorn, also known as Lucas Cruikshank. I'm definitely pronouncing his last name wrong, and I will definitely keep pronouncing other people's last names wrong. I'm not an English expert, but I am a behavior expert, according to myself, and so let's just keep focused on that. I'm sure we all remember Fred. The first person I started watching on YouTube was Fred, and I remember his crazy antics and just running around screaming with his little pom-pom dogs and fighting with Kevin and looking for his girlfriend. Was it Julie or Judy? It was Judy. And so let's go ahead and talk about him first. He was born on August 29th. It says they are adaptive, imaginative, and structured. And the weaknesses are escapist, needy, and unstable. I think that we can all agree through watching the videos that Lucas made for the character Fred that he is definitely unstable and needy, constantly calling for Judy and asking for her and his love for her, and also unstable by like his antics that he just runs around. But we can all, I'm sure, also agree that he is definitely imaginative and structured, somebody who has created that platform for themselves is definitely a structured person. Just making these YouTube videos, it's definitely been some effort to like make sure I like film and edit and like do all this, so I can only imagine what a 13-year-old was doing. I'm sure he was even younger than that when he started making these, so I can definitely see those qualities in him. The person I'm going to talk about is Jane Insane, also known as Jane Williamson. A lot of you might know her as the Utah mom. I started following her when she would take these really cool pictures, and she would also show like the process of taking the pictures. So they would be like 3, 2, 1, and then she'd do this like crazy pose. And so she's just like a very creative woman, and so I'm not surprised that she went on to like make this whole character, and now she makes these like awesome videos. And so Miss Jane was born on June 11th. She is a Gemini. And so I'm just gonna do the same thing that I did before. So her strengths are well-directed, positive, and diligent, and her weaknesses are stubborn and wearing. I think that it is super obvious that the character she plays through her shorts she's very stubborn and can be tiring on people.
Nope, sorry, I'm not paying for this. Nice part.
I always see her saying, babe, and she's like she's like forcing the kids to get in line for pictures and just doing like crazy mom things. And you can see like through her character that the character that her husband plays is always like come on babe, like he's annoyed with her. So
To be near me. We just have the best marriage. I have a whole...
So you can definitely see where like she could be, her alter ego can be wearing on her, or on the people around her. And I am going to read the advice for her. The advice for her is to be aware of the feelings of others, try to be more sensitive to the wants and needs of your family and friends, cultivate humility, which I definitely think she does. Don't get so carried away with yourself, and your aggressiveness can attract powerful enemies. Through her alter ego, she definitely gets carried away with herself, and but I definitely do think that she has cultivated a sense of humility through her videos. Like she shows those not so great parts of her, while also like making fun of like who she, like the successful version of herself too, or like what she deems as successful. And
this baby out. Now I'm planning on attacking my room with any nesting.
So I think she definitely is one of those well-rounded people that made her strengths and weaknesses into something great. And this is just me saying like a bunch of good things about her, but I definitely think she was somebody worth mentioning because she has an alter ego, and her weaknesses of being stubborn and wearing definitely show up in that character she plays. The next person we are going to be talking about, I kind of discussed him in the beginning, is going to be AJ Gentile. He is known for a lot of things, but what I know him specifically for are his conspiracy theory videos on YouTube. I love the Y-Files. I think he is great at presenting his information, and whatever they have, I'm sure he works with a team, whatever they have created is great, and I always watch his videos when I work out. But let's talk about him and Hecklefish. Hecklefish is so annoying, and this is what started me on this hunt of researching YouTubers and their alter egos. I hate Hecklefish, and I'm sorry because I really love the Y-Files, but he annoys me and he gets stuck in my head. And when I realized that that was actually just AJ Gentile playing a character, I was like, oh my god, that's very interesting. And so when I realized this, I ran and got my book, and I am doing what I do now with you guys. So the strengths of AJ Gentile are expressive, polished, and incisive. His weaknesses are difficult, temperamental, and suffering. And if you have seen any of these videos, that fish is definitely difficult and temperamental.
Do not do this in my house.
Oh, don't worry about it. We put down.
He is always heckling the host and putting in his 2 cents.
Come in. The Anunnaki.
Anunnaki.
And I'm sure living in a bowl and being a fish can be an awful life, and he definitely has that suffering personality. But if you have seen the Y-Files, and I'm definitely going to put in a short little clip, Hecklefish is a hoot and and one of a kind, and it's definitely really interesting to see his creativity go into the whole series, and it's very interesting to see the projection of his bad qualities into this fish, and so I definitely thought he was also worth paying attention to for this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love talking about birthdays and I love talking about behavior, and so I thought this would be fun to make. And if you like watching YouTube, then you might watch these characters and have also thought about them. And I know I said that their weaknesses were bad qualities. Clearly, weaknesses can be both bad and good, and same with strengths. Strengths can be good and bad too, depending on how you personify that quality into life. Clearly, all of these people have put their weaknesses into characters that have built empires for them, which is super impressive. And also maybe a lesson to us that maybe if there's something that we're struggling with or we're working on, maybe we can turn that into something good and make a difference in this world, because I definitely think all three of these people have made their contribution to the world, and I'm very impressed by them. And so again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.